Right.
I disagree that on balance, public subsidies for professional athletic organizations in the United States benefit their local communities. First, subsidies can eventually lead to bidding wars. Second, there are already too many stadiums in the U.S. and they are underutilized. Third, stadiums can generate bad school districts. Contention number 1. Subsidies can lead to bidding wars. Subpoint A. Costs will go up. University of Denver Sports and Entertainment Law Journal, Garrett Johnson, spring 2011, stated, bidding wars usually breaks out between cities with prices growing higher and higher. This explains that the cities are wasting money because the stadium is not worth what they are putting into it. Subpoint B. There is no limit to how much the teams might ask for. They might take advantage of the bidding wars. Bass Johnson, Why Do We Subsidize Stadiums? Heartland Institute in 2011 stated, of a professional team in one city must be given open-ended access to the public treasury in order to compete with other teams. The other teams have been given open-ended access to their cities or state's treasury. There is no limit to the amount of money that can be demanded using this logic. This explains that cities have to spend thousands of dollars just for the team's luxury. Contention 2. Stadiums are growing in large numbers and hence they are underutilized. Subpoint B. They are a waste of money. Ryan Hollowell, December 2011, stated, between 1990 and 2006, 82 new venues opened across the country, more than the total from the previous 40 years. This explains that the venues are growing massively, but each one is not being used enough to make revenue. Subpoint B. Many stadiums were used by different sports, but now they aren't. Ryan Hollowell, December 2011, also stated, while it was once common for facilities to be used jointly, this is not the case anymore. This explains that many stadiums are being built for different sports and they are not being used as much. Subpoint 3. Subsidies are not the only thing that brings stadiums downtown, which generates poor districts. Subpoint A. Children are not getting the right education. Peter Coelho, while some stadium redevelopment projects succeed while others fail, University Summer 2012 stated, cities are just giving teams hundreds of millions of dollars in public funds with nothing expected in return. This explains that the children are not getting enough education because if all the money is spent on stadium subsidies, then there's not going to be enough money left for the schools. Subpoint B. Cities are not spending money in the right way if they are using it to build stadiums. Ben Leberhill, What Uses More Electricity? Wall Street Journal, September 13, 2013 stated, Cowboys Stadium might use more electricity than Miss Sirleaf's country in a few hours, 8 days out of the year, but it stands empty for the rest of the remainder time. This explains that money could be spent on education instead of the stadiums because half of them are not being used. All in all, I disagree that public subsidies for professional athletic organizations in the United States benefit their local communities. Please vote for the con ballot. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Thanks.
So you stated that the children get a bad education because of these subsidies. But however, these subsidies do make tourism higher, which then makes the other businesses in the surrounding area higher, and that can generate revenue as well to pay for a higher education.
Yes, but that money is going back into the stadiums. It's not going to it's not going to different places like schools and districts.
Senator, you stated that kids, they wouldn't have the right education, but having a sports team in your town encourages kids to be motivated, and they'll be motivated to do what sport like professionals are doing in their town. So don't you think it would decrease obesity because the kids are kind of getting active and being inspired?
Well, that's not really what I stated in my contention. I was talking about like the education, not like the physical.
Alright. I know, but I'm saying, like, don't you think that that would help?
Yeah, but not talking about that.
Rohan, you have a question? Yes, go ahead.
You said that the stadiums are underutilized, but on this website, it was saying that Americans love sport and it generates more excitement than any other events. So actually, that can lead to improvements in the community because people will get together and discuss about things because of the new construction going on. So actually, that could bring improvements in local life. What do you have to say about that, Senator?
I'm still pretty sure they are underutilized. Like, for example, the Cowboy Stadium, it was not used for 350 days in a year. I think that is very underutilized.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, thank you.